thanks to the department and the college to give a chance to express my thoughts towards the OOPs. And here I expect an interactive session instead of teaching something and going out, because I would like to learn a lot from this, because always I would like to be a learner, because all the concepts are being expressed and innovated. The innovation comes from the express. You can also come up with new concepts. I would like it should be an interactive one learning session. Okay, let's jump into the OOPs concept. I think you are from the IT background. So most of them would have been already aware of OOPs concept. Somebody might not. Let's concentrate on the next part. That is, who might not aware of that. So let's go from the ground. Okay, all of them might have been aware of the programming language. So what is the purpose of programming language? Since you are, I think people are from third semester, so you might have been well versed on this. So the programming can be done various ways. OOPs is one of the way of doing programming. See, I can write a program in such a way that line by line. See, for example, I want to do some addition operation. I can do C is variable A and int x, y, and add a plus b. This is one of the ways. Why should I go for some object orientation? So we got to dig into the concept of what is object. Okay. See, what is object? The object is a basic fundamental for various languages. Like it contains data and methods. Are you aware of data? What is data? Some value, information. What is a program? A program responds towards our data and generates some output. It can be done with the help of object orientation. That is, we are segregating the programming language into one group of value and group of functions. See, you have studied C++ or that they will call it as a function. If you come to the higher level, it will be treated as methods, data and methods. Okay? So, before going into that, various concepts of OOPs we would like to consider. What is OOPs? Object-oriented programming. The way of representing a program through objects and classes and objects. What is a class then?
Collection of methods.
Collection of methods. Anybody? I would like to be an interactive, because I am not here to teach something. It's an interactive sharing, knowledge sharing session. So a class is nothing but a collection of data and methods, or we can say it as state and behavior. In higher terms, if we go state and behavior. The behavior is nothing but a method. State is nothing but at what instance, at what data. Based on data, how the method is going to be reacted. Okay? So, why I should create a class? We have a program for example, for the salary calculation. I have a salary calculation. We will go with this one. I have a salary calculation. Why I should go with the object-oriented method instead of programming? The reason behind that is, when we go with the object-oriented programming, we are generating classes. A class is nothing but a template. We can call it as a template. See, instead of randomly doing some operation, we are creating some template. See, next month or some, I think the player the Vinayak will come. What we will do? We will buy a statue. How the statue is created? The sculpture presses some, he puts some sand over the template. The clay is put on the template. The template is used to generate the output. Okay? Ultimately, the clay is nothing but data. The data is put it on our class. Okay? Then it is molded as the outcome. Understand? Any query? So when we create a template, it is used to react or operate or instantiate according to our data. So the state is nothing but the data. Behavior is nothing but the operation. Always the behavior is represented with some action. How the class should be defined then? See, I know how to create a template. We know very well that the class is nothing but a template. The template contains the state and behavior. The state is nothing but the data, and behavior is nothing but some operation. The operation should be a verbal one, some action. Do some action. For example, add, subtract. Now, here from the class, we come to the step called how to create a class. So, if you go to the PPT now, that's very easier. Okay. So, the class nothing but contains methods and data. The method, how should be the method then? How should be the method? The method should be the verbal one. It should do some action. Okay. Do. Pick up. For example, I would like to take some data from the database. That time, I am creating a class called employee information. That is a class name. That the method name should be like fetch. Fetch employee information. I am ordering something. Some operation is to be taken. Understand? Any queries? The method name should be the action. Some kind of action you should do. Okay? Then the data should be like, what should be the data? See, employee data into fetch, what should be the data? Employee ID. See, for example, you are all the students of Veltech Engineering College. Okay, for example. See, I want to fetch some data from your database. Okay, you are maintaining some MySQL or Oracle database. That I would like to fetch some data. I am preparing a software for your college. Or yourself you are doing your software. That time what you will enter on the website. Students ID. Students ID. The ID is nothing but the data. The data is applied over the method. Fetch student information. Understand? So it will. This is outer layer of class. How should be that class? For example, the next day your professor asks you to write a program to fetch information, write a class. Then how do you think in yourself? Now I am giving an outer idea how to mold yourself when you are writing a program. So always keep in mind that the term always should be, the class name should be some informative, like employee information, student information, like that. That is the one thing. And the method name should be always some action. And the data can be anything. Understand? This is the class. Then the class is created. Now I need to fetch or how to invoke the class. How to invoke the class. I have all the template with me. I need to make it a reactive one. That time, what is the key which is used to do the action? Objects. Okay. Before that, for your convenience, I would like to show some methods. Okay. So now we will go to the object. The object. What is the object? Sorry. Yeah, tell me. Instance of a class. Then what is instance? Sorry? Instance in our local colloquial words somehow. And in that particular scenario, what does it do? That is instance. Okay? What happened? We have created a class. An instance need to be created. Through the instance, we are instructing the class to react. Okay? How the instance is created? How the instance is created? With the class name. Program to program. Programming, it depends on the programming language how we are going to create the instance. So So in Java, if you take it, it will be with the help of new. With the keyword new, when you apply the constructor, the instance will be created. Behind that, what will happen? The new memory location will be allocated. That is the instance. When you are creating the instance, yeah, new memory location will be created for that particular class, and it will be given to the reference variable. The right hand side, if you see that, that will be a class. The left hand side, the reference name will be there. Understand? Likewise, only you will be creating now. Okay, that is the instance. With the instance, you can access the methods and members. Methods and members. The members will be the variables. Methods will be the functions and operations. Understand? Any doubt on the basic concepts? The last two. Wake up. No, wake up. Could you please explain about the class? No laugh, no joke. Sorry? Collection of data. Class is the figure. Is it mere collection of data? Something data. Data and methods. So if you have a data, you must apply it to the method. Then only you will be getting some outcome. Okay? So now we have seen class and methods. Okay, now we are going to see what are the concepts we are going to apply behind the class and methods. concepts are class, objects, polymorphism, inheritance, abstraction. Sorry, you're not, I'm not audible. Am I audible now? So, there are 7 object-oriented concepts are there. First, class, objects, inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism, encapsulation. Okay? Now, we have covered class and objects. Let's jump into the polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Okay, ability to take more than one form. Like, a class can be behave like another class. You can say like that. the behavior of one class can be similar to another class, or from the object of one class we can derive another class. From the class A we can derive object of another class B. Okay? What are the types of polymorphism we have? Comparative polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Okay. What is a comparative polymorphism? Sorry? Method overloading or function overloading and operator overloading. How it is obtained? How it is done? The comparative polymorphism. Sorry? Same name of function. So when it is called as comparative polymorphism? Sorry? During compile time. So what is the background? What does we do at the compile time? The key term is the memory allocation for that particular method or function is done at the compile time itself. What is that runtime polymorphism? Dynamic. What is dynamic? Yes, at the runtime it allocates the memory to the method or member. It decides, the object decides at the runtime which member I am going to be accessed, which method I am going to be accessed. That is runtime polymorphism. For example, I have a superclass called A and subclass called B. The superclass and subclass has a similar methods. For example, the class A has a method add, class B has a method add. Okay? I am creating object for the class B. I am creating object for the method B. That scenario, the class B object also has the behavior of class A. Okay, now it is a polymorphism. So, just I would like to reverse it. I would like to go back to the concept of inheritance. See, we will see all the concepts now, but we can integrate at last. We have seen polymorphism with the help of, we are going the reverse direction now. There are two approaches, the top-down approach and bottom-up approach. The top-down approach, have you heard in the programming language? Top-down and bottom-up approach. Top-down in the sense, first we will see the major ones, okay, and at last we will see the consolidated one. Likewise, we will see the polymorphism. In the polymorphism, how the inheritance is going to be applied. We will see now. So, when we are going into, when we are invoking the runtime polymorphism, the concept inheritance also comes into the picture. Okay, the superclass and subclass concept. Then what is inheritance? Tell me. Yeah, I think you are aware of all the concepts. Yeah. What is the purpose of doing that? Repetition can be avoided. See, you are saying that the unnecessary return code return writing part can be avoided. Okay, that scenario. So, okay, let's go to see. We have inheritance concept. What are the inheritance concepts available? Single, multiple, double. Okay, good. You avoided unnecessary theoretical class of the concept. Let's go one step above that. We have a multiple inheritance. Okay. See what single level inheritance in the sense A to B. For example, A is my superclass and B is my subclass. Multi-level in the sense A, B, C. Superclass, subclass, submost class. Okay? All are aware of that? Any queries, please rise up. Okay? So that scenario, see, the experts are saying that multi-level inheritance doesn't matter. You can do that. But multiple inheritance, it's a bit difficult to do. In Java, they are saying that. Why? Everybody aware of that? Okay? The reason behind that is, when I am creating an object, it creates the object for the particular class. At the runtime, it decides which reference is going to be accessed. Which reference is going to be accessed. For example, I have a class A class B, class C, the multiple inheritance. How will be the multiple inheritance? You know that?
Yes, sir. A, B, C.
Everybody are able to see them? Hello? Everybody are able to see them? Hello. That's right. So in this class, if you see that the container is a supermost class, this is a panel, this is a subclass, called panel. These are all the same layer. Here what inheritance is applicable? It's a single level inheritance. Am I right? This is container to panel, what level of inheritance? Single level inheritance. And the multi-level inheritance, where it is applicable? Anyone? Stand up and say please. Stand up and say. Windows, dialog and file. That is a multi-level inheritance. The multiple where it comes. Windows, dialog, frame. Am I right? Okay. See, when we are the tedious part, the tricky part in that is everybody aware of the concept. The diamond ring problem, you say. Leave about the theoretical and I don't want to show the slideshow here. Okay. The reason behind why Java doesn't support the multiple inheritance in the sense, when you are creating an object for example, file dialog, if I extend it from dialog and scroll pan, okay, file dialog, I have extended from dialog, right? In case, if I have the chance to extend scroll pan also, what will happen? It is called as diamond. What is the solution? What is the key problem is when I am creating instance for file dialog, okay? When I am creating object of file dialog, it should have the capability of identifying the references. Okay? It should have the capability of resolving the references of dialog and scroll pan. It should have. So this concept is clear now. Multiple. Let's go to the polymorphism. Let's go to the polymorphism. In runtime polymorphism, what concept comes? Okay, visual reference. That is called as overriding. It is called as overriding. Method overriding or method overriding or method overloading. You know that function overloading. Okay? Function overloading is a static mode. Static mode. It is called as compile time. Since it is done at the compile time, it is called as compile time polymorphism or static polymorphism. That cannot be changed at all. It's fixed when the program is compiled. The memory will be allocated to the particular method or the function at the compile time. Now we will come to the runtime polymorphism. We have the concept of method overriding or function overriding. At the function overriding, how will be the function overriding, method overriding? Tell me. We will come to the concept later, one by one. Don't skip it, any of the slides. Here, we have a bird extends animal. Okay? Bird extends animal. Bird is a class which has a behavior of animal. Okay? Bird is a class which has a behavior of animal. So, the fly is a method which is also available in where? Tell me. Class animal. The super class, the same method will be available. The super class, same method will be available. The subclass, the same method will be available. The super class and subclass, same method will be available. At the runtime, when we are creating object, it distinguishes, it identifies which method I need to access. This is runtime polymorphism. How it is identified in the sense, for example, I am creating object for the class bird. I am creating object for the class bird. How will I create an object? New bird. Bird object equal to new bird constructor. Okay? Constructor. Everybody aware of constructor? Anyone doesn't know constructor, please rise up because I will go to the previous slides. I am proceeding with the thought that you all are aware of constructors and programs. Otherwise, I will start from there. Anyone doesn't know, please rise up. Everybody aware of the constructors? Done. Okay, so for example, I am creating object for the bird. Animal value can be accessed from the bird's value, bird's object. Yes. When I am creating object for bird dot fly. Bird dot fly. What method it will access? Fly. Fly of which class? Sorry? Bird class. So the same object reference can be applicable to superclass also. How it will be done? How it can be done? How it can be done? Sorry? Virtual functions. Oh, in C++ you are saying that it's virtual function. In Java, if we come to that one level above, it can be referred to the. It can be referred to the superclass. For example, object of bird is assigned to the object of bird reference. Always the object is nothing but a new constructor, that is the object. The value you are assigning to that, it is a reference, object reference. When you are writing, sorry, I don't have the blackboard. Mostly I thought of writing in the blackboard and showing it. So that limited manner I have prepared the presentation. Sorry about that. I don't have the feasibility of writing it. So the bird object is assigned to the animal now. Bird object is assigned to the animal now. At the runtime allocation, it decides which class it should be accessed. Okay? And if you override it, subclass method will be accessed. Subclass method will be accessed. Okay. Okay, boss. Now I have overridden it. I have created object for it, and I am accessing the subclass. Still, I would like to access the superclass method. Physical reference. What is the physical reference? Yeah, you are accessing with the reference of subclass only. You are accessing the superclass method. For example, if you want from the code, if you want to take. See, a dialog has a method of fly and pylog has a method fly. Apart from that, A method is available in dialog, B method is available in pylog. Okay? I would like to access the superclass method. What to do? Sorry? This pointer. This pointer will refer to the current class. Super. Super is a keyword. With the help of super keyword, still you can have access to the superclass. We will see an example. super then. I am creating object to the, for example, employee is an object. Okay. Before that, we have a class called person. Person is a super class. Employee is a subclass. Keep in mind that like this. Okay. I am creating object for the employee class. I am creating object for employee class. For example, overridden method is some calculation. Calculation is the overridden method. Overridden method is a common method. With the help of employee object, I can access only employees calculation method. Employees calculation method. But with the keyword super, if I use super dot calculation, it will call the super class calculation. Okay? Still I have access to super class. Not only overridden method, all the methods and members can be accessed. Understand? Like this, I have a constructor. From the constructor, how will I be able to invoke the super class constructor? Is there any way? See, for example, I have a class called employee. I have overridden, I have extended it. I have rewritten some braces. Okay? At the constructor part, I have done. In the class A, at the constructor part, I have written some logic. Okay? The same logic need to be invoked at the subclass also. The same logic need to be invoked at the subclass object. But I am creating object only for a subclass. When the constructor will be called? At the time of creating object. At the time of creating object, the constructor will be called. But I am creating object for the subclass. The superclass constructor's value will not be accessed. Superclass constructor's value will not be accessed. That time, what I will write? I will go for a super method. I will go for a super method. The super method, it's not a super method actually, super method. It's the super. When I write super and name or parameter, it will call the super class. Super class in the sense, the ancestors class or the previous class. Previous class constructor with respective parameter. Respective parameter. Because the constructor also can be overloaded. What is constructor overloading? Tell me. The constructor with different parameters. Constructor with different parameters. In the super, if I pass only one variable with a string, the constructor also will be invoked with a single parameter that is the kind of string. Understand? The overloading is understood now. So, any queries from inheritance, polymorphism, class object? Any queries? I hope we will move to encapsulation. Okay, what is encapsulation? Sorry? Grouping. See, be interactive. I am not a lecturer. Be interactive. What is encapsulation? Binding. What is binding? Fine, we can see that we have a hook. Since the outer layer will be the wrapper. Okay, outer layer will be a wrapper inside the page. Wrapping up data and function into a single unit. It's a definition in model function. Okay. Basically, yeah. I am always ready for the Java perspective. Oh, when you learn, you learn. Keep it up. So there will be yes. This is a concept. Learn the concept. Leave about the programming language. Concept. Okay. So wrapping up data function in a single unit. What is wrapping? Then wrapping. What is wrapping? Binding. That is a binding. For example, I have a class name PA. That is the wrapper name. I'm binding the data and function. Class A contains a value int x int y and some method name is do some add is a method name. Add is a method name. A and B are variables and the class name is A. Then it is a bind, one bind. Okay, wrapping up of data and function in a single unit. The class name is employee. The method name is employee. There is a constructor name and the data is salary. Understand? So, abstraction and inheritance. What is abstraction? Abstraction and inheritance are related to half this. What is abstraction? Tell me guys. Sorry? Showing recorded information. Okay, you are right. Hide. Yeah, or the hiding the unwanted information. Hiding the unwanted information. Showing adequate information or necessary information. For example, you are accessing Facebook some Twitter or something. But you need not to know about how the page is running. Simply by logging, you have to come to you have to access only the login. This is hiding the information. Likewise, when I create a class, I should give a privilege to avoid unnecessary confusions. Okay? I should only give the objective. For that reason, only the web services. Have you ever heard of web services? Web services is I'm going one level down. Okay? Web services is a universal XML based programming. It can be accessed by any platform. Those has the capability of reading XML. Okay? Web services can be developed in SOAP and Java. Okay? So once the compiler or programming language has the capability of reading XML, the web services can be accessed. In the web services, what will be the sense? That the end user, the end accessors will be passing only parameters to the program. They will instantiate or create object to the web services class and they will send the parameter to it. Okay? The web services will take care of all the process. The response will be sent to the end user. The end user need not to worry about what is running in the web service or what is running in the program. Understand? Likewise, in the OOPS concept, when you are writing the program, the end user should be accessible only to the object. He need not to worry about what is running, what logic is running. When you are writing a method, it should be a complete one. Inside that, various design patterns, all the steps will come. All together should be completed and channelized towards your class. For example, see, you are writing a method in the program employee information, the employee information you are taking. For taking the employee information, you can access the DB of some third party. The DB is maintained by third party. But you are not supposed to give the burden of giving the credential of the DB or accessing the variables, anything to the end user. Simply the end user will log in with this credential. All the logic should be taken care by your program. Understand? Unwanted programming information should not be revealed to the end user, or the burden should be given to the end user. This is hiding the information. In Java, one beautiful concept called abstract. Okay? In abstract, what we will do, we will write a program, we will write a class in that some of the methods can be defined by the end user or defined by another person. For example, I am writing a code, I am writing a component. What is component? What is component? Reducibles. Yeah, parts. Component is a part. Okay? Now, how the software will be developed? Many of you may not aware of that or might be having a thought how the software will be developed. It will be different components will be developed. Different components. For logging, one component will be there. For fetching information, one component will be there. For UI, one component will be there. UI in the sense, the screen, what we are seeing. Like these various components will be developed. Okay? When we are developing a component, different level of classes will be created. Different level of classes will be created. For example, class A will be created. The same feature will be developed or redefined in class B. In the class A, what are the features are there? That will be redefined in class B. With the hope that I have an abstract class. The class A is abstract. If I mention the class A is abstract, in the B I need to define the definition. I need to define the definition in class B. See, listen, students, listen carefully. The abstract is a very good concept. In the class A, I have written some code. The class A, I have written some code. The class B, I am going to access it. But in few methods will be abstract. Calculate is an abstract class. Calculate is an abstract class. The calculate can be redefined in subclass. Redefined in subclass. Why? The calculate will be accessed by all the users. Class A is an abstract class. Class A is an abstract class. Class B, C, D, E are subclasses. Keep in mind. A is abstract class. B, C, D, E are subclasses. In all the subclasses, it requires a different definition. In all the classes, calculate method needs a different definitions. Different definition in the sense, class B will be writing in one manner, B will be writing in manner, another person will be writing in manner. In that case, I need not, I am the superclass now. I need not to define that definition. They will be customize it. They will customize it. That time I will use the keyword abstract for that method. If I define a method as abstract, obviously the class also will be defined as abstract. I am giving only declaration for that method. I am not defining it. I am declaring that. I am not defining it. Likewise, what is the concept of abstraction? The end user has to declare it. They need not to define the concepts. For example, employee object, he is accessing employee information in the sense he has to declare the object. He should not write anything. New employee dot get information means he has to get the information by passing parameters. This is abstraction. Okay, understand? Any query on it? Any query? Abstraction. See now the concept is clear or not? Then encapsulation. What is encapsulation? Wrapping. How you are wrapping it? How the wrapping is done? Using a class. Is it only with a class? It is a one type of person. It is not only that. Wrapping in the sense that also inside the wrapping you are hiding something. Inside the wrapping you can hide something. How is it in the sense? Access specifiers. Access specifiers. Everybody are aware of that? What are access specifiers? That is the concept. See, here everybody are aware of the concepts. Now I am interrelating it. With the help of access specifiers, what you are doing? Private, public, protected. When you want to hide something, what do you do? Not only protected. If you don't want to give the rights to others, private. If you want to hide some information from outsiders, I am writing a class. That class should be accessed by myself only. The outsiders, when they are creating an object, they should not access the class. That time what I will do? If you want to make it a public, what will I do? Public. Is that the way of hiding? But I am binding it. Both are interrelated. Always compare and study. Let's see the example of it. What is a protected? What is protected? Only certain type of inherited classes. Why? For example, always thinking in the mind that program is nothing but leave out the program. Real time scenario. Always you have to know how we are implementing the concepts. Protected in the sense, for example, I am writing a code, I have a component called common components. For example, he is writing a code, when the login, after logging only, everybody has to enter into the website. After logging only, everybody has to enter into the website. For that, I am writing a component called login component. Okay? The login component can be accessed by all of my module. See, I am a module lead. I have written a common component. That can be accessed only by module. My module. Understand? That time I make it as protected. Other person, if they want to use it, they have to inherit it. Or they have to get a permission from me. Understand? Those who have the rights to create object, they should not create the object for my class. They should not create object for my class. It may be bit high level. When you are going into the company, you will come to know all this process. Nobody can teach you. I'm sure I can read it unless and until you can read it in box. Okay? For example, if you want to hide, when I will go for the private, the class will never create the private. Cannot instantiate, there is no next one. But I want to hide the variables. For example, I have the rights to create instance or objects. I am creating an object, but the variable what I am submitting into the method, the variable, for example, class A, and I am accessing calculate. Calculate I am passing A and B are methods. Those A and B methods, the variables, A and B variables cannot be accessed by anybody. After setting the variable with another parameter, another object, I should not access the variable. If it is public, the variable, whatever the other users are setting, I can access it. To avoid that, we are making it as private. Understand? Okay. In encapsulation, we can say that getters and setters. We will call it as POJUs. Plain old Java objects are getters and setters, they used to call them. One level of security also comes into picture. I have a privilege for creating object. Object are set methods. I can set the value to the particular value. Object at get means I can get the values. See, when I am setting the value to object, I can get that. After I set the value, same package you can also access my value. You can get it. Instead of that, I will remove the setters from them. I will make it as private variables. I will make it as private variables. I will set the value through construct class. When I am instantiating, that time only the value will be set into the variables. I can access it explicitly from outside. Those who know my object, they cannot set the value. I have set the value for your name, some other name. For example, some Murugan you are setting. Object dot set name Murugan. I am doing some calculation. Okay, the process is going on. Somebody is interrupting it. Object dot set name Muthu. Is it possible now? If I provide set name, anybody can change that intermediate. So I am avoiding setting up values at the runtime. So setters are removed. I am setting values through objects. Understand? This is a way of security. So OOPS concepts are clear now? Concepts are clear? The higher level you are clear? Rest of the things, everything are available in book. These concepts only through experience you can know. Okay, any queries from OOPS? Any queries? Or else I will raise up. I think now my turn. What is class? How will you instantiate it? What is instantiation? A class can be called as state and behavior. State. What is state? We discussed a lot. Okay, let me explain. A class is nothing but a state and behavior. We can call it as state and behavior. State doesn't nothing but data, behavior, functions are methods or actions. Okay? Now we'll go to the objects. What is object? Instance of class. What is instance? For example, I would like to create an instance in Java, any program, how will you create an instance? Which operator is used to create an instance? Which operator is used to create an instance? Dot operator is used to access the members. Dot operator is used to access the members. New keyword. When you are giving a new keyword, it creates a new memory location. We discussed a lot. Now see now. Understand that now? With the help of new, we can create it. One step ahead we will go. With the help of new keyword only we are creating objects now. Is it mandatory? Is it mandatory? Without new key also we can create. We have another method is class.forName. When you find time, you guys go to the see everybody will be having net. Surf it. Way of creating objects. With the help of new object, new keyword you can create object. We have another way is class.forName. Class.forName. I will not reveal the answer now. How it is. Just see the template. How it is done. It's a hint I will give. Understand? Class.forName. So what is the purpose of class.forName? we will give the class name at the runtime. Class name also will be at the runtime. We are not creating object at the runtime. The class name also can be given at the runtime. These are the hints I can give you. I can't teach everything here. When you find time, you move those. Everything is available on next. Let them introduction. Okay? Otherwise, the class name when you are instantiating within another class. For example, I have a class. From the class, I am creating instance of class B. So I need to write B variable object equal to new B. It is a hard coding. Instead, class dot for name, within the parameter I can give the class name. At runtime I can change any number of classes. Okay? Understand? This is also making it as